Hello, hello. Mid-Atlantic Cards here with another PSA submission reveal. This submission was for vintage cards, oversized. Got some postcards here, exhibit, food issues, and McGregor advisories. These are cards really that I have been holding on to raw for a long time, just because, just not having enough of them to submit together. And then I figured that PSA is notorious for how they grade the larger issues, just for treating wrinkles and things like that. They can really be tough on cards. Got this submission back earlier in the week and have been waiting to open the box here until I made the video. What I did, same the last video, putting down my projected grades that I thought I would receive on these, and then kind of see how I did on that. So the first one, it's an exhibit, and I only had one exhibit on this submission, so that would be the 47 to 66 Jackie Robinson. I was projecting somewhere between a 4 and a 5. I picked this one up many years ago at the Chantilly show. One of my favorite dealers there has since passed, Shandy Greenholt. This was a pickup from Shandy, and I remember I was able to obviously get it for a great price. So let's see, without further ado, exhibit Jackie Robinson. This one came back a 5. Wow, excellent. I had been projecting on this one between a 4 and a 5, so it's really great. Happy with that. Nice way to start this submission. Let's see here. Next one looks to be one of the McGregor advisories. These are like a photo type front, a glossy finish, and a plain back. Let's see. I'm noticing a little bit of debris on the back there. So this is either Willie Mays or Roberto Clemente, 1965 McGregor advisory, and the first one came. Oh no! Surprise, surprise! This is a 1975 Royals postcard team issue. Came back a 6. I had projected between a 5 and a 6 on this one. This was a pickup from last year at the Philly show. Really neat. I'm one to really dig through a table, and this card was there was a gentleman set up with a lady there that was selling like Funko Pops, I think they're called, and he only set up for one day. I think it was a friend of hers. And he brought some binders and some football cards, just random stuff. And in one of his binders, I went through it, and sitting there was this. And I didn't know much about the year, but I could tell it was an early image of Brett. So I figured I did know that those were a little bit tougher. So picked that up, I think, for $5 at that show. It's going in my PC, and real happy with that grade. For the Brett. All right, next up, this is a pickup from the 2021 National. I guess the first one coming out of COVID in Chicago. Got this from Chris Buckler, Kentucky Cards. And I picked this up along with, it was a package deal, I think, on the second to last day of the National. Picked up a Gretzky rookie, a Maravich rookie, I think both in 6s, and then this card raw. He said he had just picked it up at the show. Real nice card, beautiful, but just hadn't had a chance to submit it yet. Measured it up, and it looked like it measured up fine, so we were good there, and it looked really nice. And this is one of the cards that was wanted me to do an oversized submission. So without further ado, this is a 1963 Cons Wieners. I was projecting between a 6 and a 7 on this. It came back a 5. 5 on the Unitas, nicely centered, nice corners. You know, this is one of those things where it's a PC card anyway, and the eye appeal, there's no creases in it. Tough on consanguiners, so I'm really fine with any grade on that. It just looks so nice. So they can have staining of, you know, far worse staining on the back. In particular, this one looks pretty clean. Of course, has a good reputation too, so I knew, you know, if he was good with it as well, he felt it was good, then it would be fine grading. So happy with that. This is a PC card for sure. Big Unitas fan. Next up is a card that I picked up long time ago. There's a dealer in the Pittsburgh area, I think, or somewhere in Pennsylvania, Mike Wheat Cards. Met him in like around 2000, I think, at the Philly show, and he used to be a regular set up there, and I used to get his catalogs, and this, I believe, was in one of his, you know, catalogs, if I'm not mistaken. And I bought it, I think he had it graded pretty low, I think like poor fare on that. And this one, I think I had projected like a 2. Wouldn't surprise me if it came back a 1. There's some rippling in it, and just because you could tell the staining there from the hot dogs, and it was in a package of hot dogs. And this is a 1962, so I don't think that they had the wax finish on them like they did in, like the Dandies did and things like that to protect the cardboard. So this one came back, I was projecting a 2, came back a 3. Wow, that's great, tremendous. Guess they're a little more lenient on the food issue cards there. It's got some creasing in there too. That's a very generous grade. That's great. Jerry West, great pose as well. Okay, now we're getting to the advisories, I believe. So this is a McGregor advisory 1965. This is either Mays or Clemente. On the Mays, I was projecting a 2 or 3, and on the Clemente, I was projecting a 4 or a 5. Actually, like with the light on this one, I can see the outline of Clemente. So let's see here. I was projecting a 4 or 5, and it came back a, whoa. That's tremendous, a 7. Again, yeah, I've purchased graded advisory cards in the past and already graded, and I know that they're incredibly tough on them. This is again like a photo finish, like glossy, and it can have little bends and stuff, and they really are hard on the cards with that. So yeah, I'll have to go back and check my notes when I picked this up. I believe I picked this up as a complete set during COVID, I believe, on eBay. Might have been a buy it now, I'm not quite sure. But I can tell you this, that card definitely paid, you know, well beyond, it is worth well beyond what I paid for the set. So Mays will be a gravy card, as they say. And I can see through the light that this is the Mays card from the 65 advisory set. So on this one, projecting between a 2 or a 3. I think I can see the bottom right corner. This one might have had softer corners than the Clemente, and that's what made me think might not get a better grade. And I'm again pretty harsh on these, on my projections, because I was thinking, you know, that their PSA is so tough on these oversized cards now. So 65 McGregor advisory Clemente came back a 4. Excellent, that works. Yeah, it's projecting between a 2 or a 3 and got a 4. I like that pose. Neat, neat card. Okay, getting down to the end here. Let's see here. Next up is 1936 National Chickley Fine Pens Honus Wagner. This is a card I picked up from Shoebox Cards, I believe. No, this I picked up from Steve Verkman during the shutdown. Steve Verkman Clean Sweep. I think this was just in the store. And this one I was projecting between, I was projecting a 3 actually on this, I think. So let's see, it came back a 3. Miss Wagner. Nice looking card. I don't think there was any, there's some wrinkles I can see, but no creases. If you haven't checked out, Steve's website, he's fair and he's pretty good at, pretty decent grading, at grading his stuff and prices stuff, I think, at a fair price. So take that card. And then the last, second to last card is this is a card that I picked up at the Old Philly show when it was in Reading for a short period after they had left Fort Washington and before they went to the casino. There was a dealer from Boston named Luke, red beard, always wore like a baseball hat and navy hat. He was a regular for a short time at the Philly shows. I would come down for it, but I haven't seen him in many years. So hope he's doing well. But I picked this up at one of those shows, and I remember what I paid. I paid $40 for this. It had some creasing in it, but I remember thinking I'd never seen one, kind of a unique thing, and I thought it was kind of a neat pose. So pick this up. It is a 1948 Old Gold Cigarettes, Jackie Robinson, kneeling in dugout. Because of it had a lot of creasing. I was thinking a 1 or a 2 on this, and this one came back a 1.5. Split the difference. Jackie Robinson. It's nice having it in the holder as well. All right, the last one from this submission was a card that I picked up at the 2021 National as well in Chicago from Kevin Savage Cards, my buddy Pat Blanford. I think this was one they picked up at the show because it was when I was walking by their table. I think on the last day, on the Sunday of the National, this was in the showcase and it hadn't been there when I had gone by previously. This is a 1968-70 Partridge Meets Johnny Bench. I was thinking a 5, but looking back here, I think probably more like a 3 or a 4 as I look at the back here. Even though it's a blank back, if they take the back into consideration, this is pretty dirty. I don't know how these were distributed, if it was like an in-store promotion or something, but it's got some toning and some staining there on the back. So this was, I was projecting, where did I put 5? Now I'm thinking more like a 3 or 4 on this, just because like this is the way the back looks, and it came back a 4. All right. Well, there was a scratch in the case there. It's kind of a bummer. It's weird. They had some kind of like shrink wrap on it too, but let's see if I can buff that out. Nice looking card. I'm happy with that. It's a nice looking card. I like the food issue cards, and it's one I haven't seen around a lot, but around Bench's rookie year as well. So happy with that submission. Got another one for you here coming up. Thanks for watching, and take care.